Speaker is active in his neighborhood as a member of the Brewertown Sharswood Community Civil Association. So right away, here we are, introduce Mr. Adam Lang.
Hey, Adam!
Go for it, man! Go for it!
Hi, Adam!
It's raining, Adam!
Hello! Hey! Well, a lot of people here know me, so... Hello, my fellow Philadelphians and my fellow Americans.
Hold the mic up, Adam.
My name is Adam Lang, and I am not here today because of President Obama. I am not here today because of Democrats, nor because of Republicans. I am not here today because I don't want to pay taxes. I'm here today because of government. A government that for years, from federal to local, regardless of who is in power, has not been a good steward of our money. We all know we need to pay taxes. My concern, and many of yours, is how they choose to use our taxes. Now, you know why I'm here, so let me take a moment to tell you about myself. I grew up in a family of modest means. There were plenty of times when my parents were living paycheck to paycheck. There was even a time as a kid where we had to eat government canned beef and live off food stamps to get by. My family has always also been a union household. From my grandfather who worked at GM, to my mom who was a school bus driver, and to my dad who recently worked for John Deere. My folks weren't evil union members. They were just parents that were looking for their best buck available to raise their kids. They managed to keep me, my brother, and my sister fed with a roof over our heads. But after high school, it wasn't like there was a big college fund available to go to a university. For myself, I went to work after high school. I worked as a tool machinist and at the railroad while I went to community college. To this day, I still pick up classes part-time at Drexel to eventually get my degree. I have lived firsthand through times where the safety net of the government has been needed. I've also lived firsthand through much longer times where members of government wantonly spend our money for political benefits and increasing of their own personal power. Sadly, we don't need to travel any farther than Philadelphia and Pennsylvania to see this. Many of us here can easily list some of the most egregious of offenses. We have Vince Fumo and Associates, voting, illegal pay raises, and members of John Street's administration. The list goes on, and these are just the criminal acts where the government has taken advantage of us. This doesn't even cover where government has legally taken advantage and misused our money. Right now in Philadelphia, as most of the country, our government is working on how to deal with budget shortfalls. They have problems with pension funds because they have been shorting the payments for decades. They have problems with property taxes because they have been collecting from those who choose not to pay.
I just say one thing.
They have problems with social programs because they hire employees to run them who spend a year's worth of the budget in a matter of 4 months to only be transferred to another department. The worst of it all is that amidst their talk of raising taxes and the threat of cutting policemen and firefighters, our elected officials are raiding the Treasury. How many of you out there are familiar with a retirement program in Philadelphia called DROP? This is a smart program intended to help plan personnel for retirement. A program that was never intended for elected officials, let alone for our elected officials to run for office against taking it. After taking it. We have almost half of city councils signed up for this program to get anywhere around $500,000 each, and none of them have even said they are going to retire for real. What have our elected officials said when they have been confronted? They're entitled. Their defense is that what they're doing is perfectly legal, even though the populace sees it as wrong. What they're missing is that they write the legislation. It is legal because they make it legal. is the equivalent of a locksmith making a key for your house and walking inside. He has the ability to do it, but it doesn't mean he should do it. While we see our elected officials get rich off our tax money, we get to watch our city services crumble and neighborhoods collapse. I live in North Philadelphia, just about 15 blocks that way, where I'm also a board member of my civic association. Overall, our group doesn't ask for a whole lot from our government. Frankly, we have a hard enough time as it is getting the city to take care of their vacant lots and to come out and board up abandoned houses. Don't even get me started about our community's hopes on better public schools. A lot of the kids don't even get books to take home. So you may see why myself and my neighbors are upset when our elected officials say they are entitled to certain things. For every dollar they take early with drop, or every car we have to pay for to get them from their home to City Hall, that is money they take out of our pockets that we use to pay for food and housing. Out of the pockets of businesses used to hire people for work, or out of the budgets of necessary government programs that are underfunded. Right now, the federal government and the local government are trying to get us all to fight over who should be paying taxes and how much. We need to be paying equal attention to where our money is going and how it is being spent. Whether someone is paying $10 or $10,000 in taxes, if it is being spent incorrectly, inefficiently, illegally, it is too much. So on this tax day and every day, we need to ask ourselves, is government being a good steward of our money?
No!
If our answer is no, which it obviously is, then it is our civic duty to be active and involved to make sure that changes. If we continue to let those in government mismanage our money, we only have ourselves to blame. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Adam.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.